I've seen a lot of people ask, which one should I use between Claude Opus 4.8 and Fable 5? So today, we're going to compare them head-to-head in real tests on the Claude web interface. Claude Opus 4.8 has been one of the most capable general-purpose models in the Claude lineup. It's strong at reasoning, multi-step tasks, and knowledge work, and it's very reliable on everyday tasks. Fable 5 sits one tier above Opus 4.8. Anthropic calls it a Mythos class model with extra capability for long and complex tasks. Benchmarks show it's scoring higher than Opus 4.8, especially on harder benchmarks and long horizon work. Fable 5 leads by about 11 points on a standard coding benchmark, where Opus scored lower. But Fable 5 also comes with built-in safeguards. If it detects certain high-risk topics, like cybersecurity, biology, or chemistry, it might hand the request off to Opus 4.8 instead under the hood. Pricing is another big difference. Fable 5 runs about twice as expensive per token compared to Opus 4.8, so you'll want to decide if the extra capability is worth the cost for your tasks. All right, here's what we're tackling today. A reasoning test, an interactive timeline, a 3D solar system explorer, and a data dashboard. I'm going to feed the exact same prompts into both models so we can see head-to-head exactly how they handle the same workload. First up, reasoning. I asked both models to explain quantum entanglement to a 10-year-old using a story, an analogy, and a thought experiment, and to point out where the analogy isn't fully accurate. On the left, Opus 4.8 starts with a pair of magic gloves. One glove is sent to a friend, the other you keep. Opening yours instantly tells you which glove your friend has. It continues with a thought experiment. 2 spinning coins, one with you, one on the moon, both in a blurry state until measured. Then it carefully explains the limits. Gloves are too certain, coins suggest a signal, and spinning is just a picture. On the right, Fable 5 uses a similar magic glove story, but adds locations. You take yours to Hanoi, your friend to Paris. It also describes the spinning coin experiment with a reflective question. Did your coin send a message? Fable 5 explains the limits too. Entangled particles don't have predefined properties, no faster-than-light messages, and the entanglement is fragile. So what's the real takeaway here? Opus 4.8 is super thorough and methodical when it breaks down the analogy. But Fable 5? It just reads a lot more fluidly. It tosses in these nice little contextual details and wraps up with a question, making the whole thing just a bit more engaging to follow. For the second test, I asked both models to make an interactive timeline showing AI history with styled decades and animations. Same prompt for both, side by side. The first thing you'll notice is Fable 5 over on the right. It is incredibly fast. It whips up the full timeline with all the decades, clickable sections, and working animations in practically no time. Opus 4.8 on the left takes a few moments longer, but when it finishes, the timeline looks slightly more polished. Colors are balanced, spacing feels intentional, and the transitions are smooth. Looking at the interface, Opus 4.8 has a subtle cohesion. Everything feels carefully aligned. Fable 5 is fully functional, readable, and interactive, but some minor spacing or animation details aren't as consistent. When it comes to the content itself, both models include all the events and decades. Opus 4.8 feels a bit more structured, while Fable 5 communicates the same information really quickly. Basically, if you need a timeline fast, Fable 5 gets you there almost instantly. If you care about visual polish and the little design details, Opus 4.8 takes a bit longer but looks cleaner. Neither is strictly better. It just depends on whether you value speed or the final presentation. By the way, if you're enjoying this comparison and want more AI tool tests like this, subscribe to AI Fire. I test tools so you don't have to guess what actually works. Moving on to the next test, both models were tasked with building a fully interactive 3D solar system. The core requirements included labeled planets, defined orbit paths, clickable info cards, zoom capabilities, and realistic planet-to-sun scaling. Fable 5 is taking the screen on the right, and honestly, it's speeding ahead again. It takes hardly any time to build out the whole setup. We've got clear text labels, perfectly mapped orbits, and clicking the planets pulls up those info cards exactly how you'd want. Zooming works just like you'd expect, and the way the orbits glide around makes it super fun to mess with almost immediately. Opus 4.8 on the left takes a few minutes to generate the solar system. Once it finishes, all planets, orbit paths, labels, and info cards appear. A neat feature here is the speed control slider. You can adjust the orbit animation speed to your liking. Camera movement and planet spacing feel precise, and info cards pop up consistently. Functionally, both systems include zoom, planet info, orbit animations, and clickable info cards. Fable 5 is great if you want immediate interactivity, while Opus 4.8 gives a bit more refinement and control, which is nice for presentations or deeper exploration. In practice, if speed and quick exploration are key, Fable 5 wins. If you want a slightly slower build with extra control and refined visuals, Opus 4.8 is better suited. Now, last test of the day. I wanted to see how they'd handle a real-world data dashboard. I gave both models the detailed Tech Gadget Sales 2026 dataset, which is packed with variables, products, regions, sales channels, units sold, revenue, cost, and customer ratings. Let's see how they put it all together. Fable 5 delivers the goods in record time over on the right. You get a full suite of visuals right away. Bars for units, lines for revenue, pies for distribution, and they're immediately interactive with hover details and drill downs. Meanwhile, Opus took a few minutes to chew on the dataset on the left. But look at the final product. It's incredibly polished. The structure is a bit tighter, the axes are clearly defined, and the tooltip behavior is perfectly uniform across every single widget. So, digging into the actual data, both models hit all the required metrics and spotted the exact same core trends. Fable 5 is your go-to for pure speed and instant high-level insights. It gives you those quick-hit recommendations right off the bat. Opus 4.8 trades a little bit of that speed for presentation. Its executive summary is beautifully structured, and because the charts are perfectly aligned with clear labels, it's way easier to cross-reference the data. Bottom line, if you need a working dashboard right now to hunt for patterns, Fable 5 wins. If you want something polished, structured, and ready to present to your team, Opus 4.8 is entirely worth the wait. Wrapping all of this up, here is where I land. Fable 5 is an absolute powerhouse if you hate waiting. It takes on these massive prompts and just runs with them, giving you clear, interactive results before you even have time to check your phone. It's perfect when you just want to experiment and see ideas come to life fast. Opus 4.8 definitely makes you hold on a little longer, but the payoff is a beautifully polished interface. The spacing, the labels, the little design details, it looks like it's ready to be dropped straight into a slide deck. Ultimately, choose Fable to build and experiment fast, and switch to Opus when you need that final coat of polish. And the best part? You can test drive all of this yourself right now, directly in the Claude web interface. No downloads, no setup, just jump in and start building. Comment below which model you want me to test further, Opus 4.8 or Fable 5. Subscribe to AI Fire for more deep dives into the latest AI tools, and I will see you in the next video.